Hello and welcome back to another episode of Roblox Stepford County Railway. My name is Wizzy here, you can also call me Wizzy, and today we're going to be driving a different line this time, or a different service rather, in this episode. So last week we did a train on the express service that they added for April Fool's Day. It was around a few days later, but as of right now, if we go back in, so it was so the train basically looked like this. It was a 143, but it was on express, and as you can see, there's no 143 up here anymore, and it was quadruple. So obviously they got rid of it. It was obviously just for April Fool's Day, which is kind of a bummer, but I mean, it was a free train. Nobody had to pay for it, so yeah. Well, anyways, we are going to go into Waterline this time. This is what I was going to plan on doing last episode, but because it was April Fool's and they had that train, I wanted to make sure I got video with that train before it was gone. And of course, now it is gone, so this time we're going back to Waterline, where I was supposed to, like I said, so I'm going to stick with the 143 two-car train. This is my favorite train in the game, pretty much. So I think what I'm going to do is I might do 3 different routes this episode. Because most of these, as you can see, the longest routes based on Waterline are 16-minute routes. And like these two are mostly the same. So we're not going to do those. What we're going to do is we're going to go basically start at Benton, go to, I think, Esterfield first. Then once we get back to Benton, we'll go to Greenslade. And then once we get back to Benton again, we'll do the Morganstown Shuttle, which goes from Benton to Morganstown. Or actually, no, we might do Esterfield, Morganstown, then Greenslade, and then on the way back to Benton, we'll actually do that to Newry, because it's the same route, just goes out further. And the reason I don't want to do some of these other ones is because from Benton to Newry, it's the same exact stops on all of these routes. So I want to make sure we're seeing the most different, basically, stops, or yeah. So anyways, we'll do Benton to Esterfield. We're gonna start, like I said, at Benton. So we'll do the Benton siding here, and we'll get going from here. So there's no signalers on, 4 guards, no dispatchers. So when I'm pulling up here, I'll honk at this guy. Make sure there's no trains I'm going to be cutting off. It looks like there might be a train coming up, so I'll hold back. Actually, is there a train coming up? I can't tell. Well, you know what? We'll go, because I honestly can't tell if there is a train up back there or not. So we'll go. Going too fast. I mean, I probably just could have gone to begin with, but still.
Farley, Rosedale Village, and Esterfield.
So of course this is a 2-car train, so I gotta stop at the 2-car marker.
Platform 5 for the 21:38 Stepford Connect service to
I just love the way those doors open and close in this train. That's pretty much the main reason why I like this train.
Stepford Airport Central.
So maybe there was someone behind me. It looks like it. Pay attention. Okay, get moving. I have no idea what route they'd be doing, because
Welcome on board this Waterline service
yeah, I don't know.
to Esterfield.
They might be doing something completely different, I don't know. Anyways, we're hanging a left here. So here's our schedule. We'll look at that map again here in a moment, because we're going to be coming up to our next stop here shortly.
We will shortly be arriving at Cambridge Street Parkway. Change here for services to Connolly. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Service to Esterfield. Calling at Airport West, James Street, Farley, Rosedale.
Okay, so if I bring up the map, so we started at Benton here.
This train is
We're going to Esterfield, so we're basically going this route right here.
The next station is Airport.
When we get back, we're gonna go to Morganstown, so we're gonna do this. Then we'll go to Greenslade, which is a few stops, or a couple stops from here, or along that route. That's not what I wanted to do. And then, so if I bring this back up again, so we'll go basically these two stops both times when we go into Morganstown and then Greenslade, but then we'll go like different part this way basically. And then on the way back we're going to continue past Benton up to Newry here. And then we're going to call it good. So we're going to do a good portion of the Waterline service today. And these routes are all quite a bit shorter too. I mean, this one's a 10-minute route. So it might be... yeah, it might be closer to a 55-minute video this week. But I don't want to make the videos too short either, so I like to try and make videos around an hour.
Be arriving at Airport
But-
West. Change here for services to
Of course, I don't really do any post-editing on these videos either, so
the platform.
as I'm recording it, like how it is
Esterfield.
what goes up.
Calling at James Street, Farley, Rosedale Village, and Esterfield.
Because I usually don't find any reason to make any edits. And I don't really like to make any cuts in my videos either. Of course, if you've been a long time subscriber to my channel or watcher of my channel, you'd notice that. I mean, the only videos that I ever actually cut were the Friday night game,
Welcome on board.
or yeah, Friday night game, and
Service to Esterfield.
whatever I called it, that series, when I did the Midnight Club 3 series. Because of course that series, I mean, that still went along with a lot of videos. I don't know exactly how many videos I had in that series. In fact, I could probably find out. But I ended up having to redo races a lot. And so I ended up cutting out most of the attempts of the races. So that one I did obviously cut out. So let's see, content, playlists. So that had 38 videos in that series.
Be arriving at James Street
And if I hadn't cut anything out,
and the platform.
some of the videos would have probably been a couple hours long. Very repetitive.
21, 42,
And if I had split the videos, it probably would have been more like a
Farley, Rosedale
almost
Village,
double the number of videos in that series.
Esterfield. This train is formed of two coaches.
And I just wanted to make sure that I was actually making progress especially in the videos, because I don't want to have like 5 videos where I'm only doing 2 races.
Welcome on board this Waterline service to Esterfield. The next station is Farley. We will
Just
shortly
slow down
be
here.
arriving at Farley. Please mind the gap between the train and the
Slow
platform.
down a little bit more. We're coming into
43 Waterline.
this station.
Service to Esterfield.
It looks like
Rosedale Village. And Esterfield.
the signaler is going to be doing Zone F, which is the Waterline
2 coaches.
This is
zone,
Farley. This train is for Esterfield.
including Benton area.
The
So
next station is Rosedale Village.
once we head back towards Benton, we'll notice that the signals might be slightly different. They'll have like a little purple thing underneath them to signify that there is a signaler
Welcome on board.
controlling these
Waterline
signals.
Service to Esterfield. The next station is Rosedale Village.
So we got 2 more stops, 1 more stop before our final stop, and then from there we'll turn around, head back the other way. I just realized this is the first time I'm recording this where it's already nighttime. Of course, I'm a little bit later recording this as well, later in the day. I mean, it's not too much later. It's 4:45.
We will shortly be arriving at Rosedale Village. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
44 Waterline. Service to Esterfield. Calling at Esterfield.
So it looks like there's 4 trains that looks like terminating at Greenslade, which is
This train is for Esterfield.
the 3rd route we'll be doing.
Esterfield.
So it's probably better we didn't start on that route to begin with.
Welcome on board this Waterline service to Esterfield. The next station is Esterfield.
Yeah, so of course with me recording this, I'm recording this on a Tuesday. This will be going out on Thursday. So 2 days later.
We will shortly be arriving at Esterfield.
So of course yesterday as of recording this was the eclipse.
The platform. This train terminates here.
I know most of the country was cloudy for it, especially the areas where the totality was going to be. No, I just remembered they do have issues with this station, at least one platform. I don't know if this platform has an issue or not. We're going to find out. No, this platform's fine. Okay.
This is Esterfield. This train terminates here. All change, please. Thank you for
So
traveling.
basically what I mean by there's an issue with this, or with the platform, is it will tell me that I need to get closer to this buffer before I can basically load or unload. And
Now standing at
It's like I get right up close to it, even closer than that, and it will still give me an error. In fact, it's this track here, this platform here. So I think this one is fine. I know this one over here is fine. Obviously this one's fine, but I know this one here is an issue. And unfortunately there's no way you can control which platform you go onto. It just automatically picks. So anyways, going back to the eclipse, of course it was cloudy most of the, in most areas for it, especially in the area of totality. But here in northern New England, northern New Hampshire and all of Maine, it was completely clear. It was actually a really beautiful day yesterday. The high ended up being warmer than what they were originally saying it was gonna be. I think they were saying the high was gonna be like 60, 62. I think it got up to like 68 yesterday, which was really nice. Although once the where I live, basically we were gonna have like 98.8% totality, so we weren't exactly in the path. But if you went just a little bit further north, or northwest, then you would have been in the path of totality. And I know when it was starting, like getting closer to like the eclipse, or maximum eclipse as it was called, or whatever, it was the wind was definitely picking up. It was definitely cooling down. I mean, it did get fairly dark, and I mean, you could definitely tell it was a lot darker than normal. And then, of course, the wind died down. The sun came back. It got warmer again. And actually, I had to put my coat on. Didn't have any glasses, so I wasn't able to look at it. But I was just basically experiencing the eclipse, surrounding area, whatever. Just looking around. And could tell the sky was a lot darker and everything. And, yeah, it was kind of cool. But I know a lot of people came up here to Maine for the eclipse, especially northern Maine. End of 95, Holton, which is the last town along Interstate 95 before you cross into Canada. I know that area was really busy. Another town off of 95 heading up to Holton was really busy. Of course, parts of western Maine were pretty busy. But it's like, yeah, it didn't really need to go anywhere. I mean, unless I really wanted to see the total eclipse, but didn't have any glasses anyways, so I mean, it just would have been a whole lot darker, but oh well. I don't know if anyone else watching this saw the eclipse or witnessed part of it or whatever, or had a partial eclipse where they were at, and how your experience was. Yeah, as the eclipse was going on, before it got to the maximum, I decided to put a police scanner, fire scanner on my phone, and because I live, like, my house is literally right next to the interstate. And we have an on-off ramp basically 1 mile from our house. And on the other side of the on-off ramp, about 3 miles, was, like I said, I was listening to the scanner. And they were mentioning, or there was a call for vehicle fire. And we ended up actually seeing the smoke over the trees up behind one of the hills off in that direction. And I mean, it didn't get wicked thick. I mean, you could definitely tell there was smoke. Then they said it was starting to get into the trees, but then they came back over later and said no, it didn't catch the trees. But mean, the wind was starting to pick up at that point too, so if the trees had started to go, I mean, it could have
James Street.
definitely started to spread.
The gap between the train and the platform.
Platform 2 for the 21.
Oh, there's actually somebody waiting here.
Waterline.
Oh, now I'm gonna go
Service
past the
to
marker.
Benton. Calling out
I get distracted by that person.
Cambridge Street Parkway.
This is
And
James
Benton.
Street.
This
train
train
is
is
for
formed
Benton.
of two
And he's a
coaches.
signaler.
Station is Airport West.
He's probably thinking, yep, this guy doesn't know how to drive. You distracted me there, buddy. Usually I'm a lot better. Although this station, that 2 marker always catches me off guard at this station. This station just kind of jumps out at you almost.
Board this Waterline service to Benton. The next station is Airport West.
Is located at the front of the train.
I think they're talking about the 2-car Connect train, because the 158 is a -7. I think that's the 2-car train on Connect. That one I like too. I like the smaller trains because not many people usually drive them. Most of the cars are 4 or 5-car trains. Yeah, of course, after the eclipse yesterday, traffic in those areas were definitely backed up. From what I heard and saw and pictures I've seen on Facebook and everything, it's just, yeah, it was
Will shortly be arriving
something.
at Airport West.
Of course, with the scanner,
Here, the services
because
to
that basically they got the fire knocked down
Please mind
pretty
the gap
quick
between the train
where
and
that
the platform.
vehicle caught on fire on the interstate, and
Waterline. Service to
after that, all I was hearing was basically about
calling out Cambridge Street Parkway.
them trying to get people onto the interstate, leaving the area, or whatever, or one of the areas where they had the eclipse,
Train is for Benton.
or the total
The next
eclipse.
station is Cambridge Street Parkway.
There are actually a few dispatchers on now. There are 4 dispatchers, 5 guards, 1 signaler. I wonder how many other guests. Oh, I'm the only guest on this server.
Waterline service to Benton.
That just means that I'm not part of the group for this game.
Parkway.
If I was part of the group, I'd be TD, like these people. But I think I mentioned in a previous video, I've been playing this with this account on this game for so long. I mean, I've got a lot of points and a lot of experience. And I've been playing for this so long that I just feel like there's really no need for me to join the group. In fact, if I was to join the group, I'd probably create a new account just to do so. Yeah, you could see that little blue dot on that signal back there. That means that the guard or the signaler is controlling these signals. Not that one, but I think some of these signals they can't.
We will shortly be arriving at Cambridge
Like at
Street
the station, you'll
Parkway.
see the blue dot underneath the signal.
Connolly. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Calling out Benton only. This train is
Or
formed
maybe
of
not.
2
Oh yeah, no it
coaches.
is. You can see it on the other signal over here.
This is Cambridge Street Parkway. This train is for Benton. The next station is Benton.
So I'm not going to record a Minecraft podcast video this week.
Welcome on board.
I'm going to be getting dinner with a friend. I'm going to be picking him up at 7. It's almost 5 now, so don't really have time to record another video. Tomorrow I think I'm going to be busy. I mean, I may have time tomorrow to record on the video, but
We will shortly be arriving at Benton. Change
just,
here for
yeah,
services
I'll wait till
to
next week to record that
Greenslade,
video.
Leicester City, Morganstown, Newry, Port Benton, St Helens Bridge, and Stepford Central. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. This train terminates here.
This guy must be from Britain,
Esterfield.
talking about trains that he uses IRL. Or probably trains that he rides or whatever, I don't know. Although I know I saw one time I was on one of these servers and one of the signalers in the game, I'm pretty sure it wasn't this guy, but one of the signalers
All change, please.
was
Stay
actually
with us today.
a signaler in real life, which is pretty cool.
2200 Stepford Connect. Service to Port Benton.
Okay, so now we're gonna do the Morganstown shuttle. It's 4 stops.
This train
It's
is
4 minutes
of 5 coaches.
route.
The train now standing at platform 2.
Is he gonna come ride? Yeah, he's gonna come ride my train again.
2200 Waterline. Service to Morganstown. Calling at Port Benton. Morganstown Docks.
Next train over there.
Morganstown. This train is formed of 2 coaches.
So yeah, earlier in the video, if you heard a little bit more silence, I was trying to keep any, or minimize the background noise. So I ended up muting my microphone a couple moments there.
Welcome on board this Waterline service to Morganstown. Calling at Port Benton, Morganstown Docks, and Morganstown. The next station is Port Benton.
So yeah, the last week's video, of course Thursday, I had a was it last week I think, or we were gonna have the snowstorm. Well, we had it. Most of the snow is gone now.
We will shortly be arriving at Port Benton.
I mean, this time of year it's not gonna
Mind
last.
the gap between the train and the platform.
Which is nice.
01 Waterline. Service to Morganstown. Calling at
One person, one of the dispatchers is dispatching at this station.
Morganstown.
I think I slightly
This
overshot.
train is
Yeah,
formed of 2 coaches.
not too bad though.
Is Port Benton.
Let's do this camera.
This train is for Morganstown. The next station
So
is
let's take a look at this.
Morganstown Docks.
So one train going to Greenslade, 2 of them terminating here, then me. Next one here is 2 minutes from now. Expected 22:05, expected 22:08, expected 22:11.
Welcome on board this Waterline service to Morganstown. We will shortly be arriving at
And of course we'll be coming back through here a couple more times.
Change here for services to Greenslade.
See if they're still here next time we
Mind the
come
gap
through.
Between the train and the platform.
Which won't be too long from now.
Waterline. Service to Morganstown. Calling at Morganstown only. This train is formed of 2 coaches.
Okay. And one more stop
This
from
is
here.
Morganstown Docks. This
See, I do like this area of the map.
The next station is Morganstown.
Yeah, there's a few other areas of this map that I like, but... Now, once we get past here, when we're going to Greenslade, because Greenslade is going to go basically straight and then off to the right. we're going to be going off to the left right here.
Waterline service to
And once you
Morganstown.
go straight off to the right,
Station is
that section hasn't been changed. Well, actually, the last stop there has been changed since I started playing, but the stop before that, or the area before that, I don't think really has changed at all since I started playing this.
We will shortly be arriving at Morganstown.
I know I was talking about that
The gap between the train
either in last week's video or the week before.
This train terminates
About
here.
the changes that I've seen over the server since I started. Yeah, I know last week I mentioned I was going to change or get some new YouTube I don't know why I'm blanking, but basically the free music you can use that won't get you copyrighted or anything. I was gonna get some more songs, but I never did, so I might try and get some more after this video. I don't know.
This train
Or if
terminates
this guy's gonna wait for me to see if I'm gonna
Thank you
turn
for
around.
joining us today.
Which I am. Oh, no, he's gone. He's had enough riding. Okay, continue schedule.
Platform 5A is the 2206 Waterline service to Benton.
Now I've been working on my Minecraft server a bit more recently too, and
and Benton. This train
yeah, I
is
just
formed of 2 coaches.
got done replacing a bridge, and what I did was because there was actually a bridge. So if anybody's familiar with my Minecraft server, there's a city called Mystic City, and I had built a bridge basically connecting over to that area when that city was basically first built. And sometimes when I put bridges in or whatever, I got too lazy or whatever to put the supports in for the bridge. So basically this one bridge had no supports, so it was kind of like just almost a floating bridge. But I'm like, you know what, I want to change. I want to build a new bridge here. So what I did was I built basically like a temporary bridge next to it using wood planks and stuff like that, and kind of closed the road going over the old bridge, demolished that, started to build the new bridge, and then I just finished that last night, did the finishing touches today,
Welcome aboard this Waterline service
and
to
opened that up, and then I demolished the old bridge. And
Morganstown Docks,
yeah.
Fort Benton.
It's actually the first named bridge in the server as well, so
Morganstown Docks.
I'm gonna probably talk about or go over, showcase that bridge in the next Minecraft podcast video, which, like I said, I'll probably do next week. Won't come out next week, but so it'll come out the week after. But yeah, anyways,
Shortly be arriving at Morganstown Docks. Change here for services to Greenslade. Please mind the gap between the train.
I've been kind of
and the
busy on
platform.
there. I mean, I usually start one project, especially like with the subway system stuff that I'm doing, and with the signals, and then, oh, there goes another 143. And then I'll start another project, and then I'll start another project, so I'll have like several projects going on at once. And then there'll be a time where I get all the projects done, and I have no more projects. Then I'll start another project, and then start a couple more projects, and then I'll have like 3 or 4 projects going on again at one time.
At Fort Benton. And
Although I like having all these different projects, it keeps me busy on there, and there's times where when I don't have anything, I don't know what to do. It's like, okay, what now?
Docks.
And at that point, it's like I basically take a break from the server because I have nothing to do on there. And of course, once again, don't really have anyone that plays the server regularly. Pretty much just me, I think, for the most part. Well, it pretty much is, actually.
This Waterline service to Benton. We will shortly be arriving at Port Benton. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Next station is Port Benton. We will be shortly arriving at Port Benton.
St Helens Bridge, Stepford East, Stepford Central, City Hospital, Financial
Yeah,
Quarter.
the dispatcher's still here.
Stepford Victoria.
Class 68 over there.
Is formed of 3
This is
coaches.
Port Benton.
Platform
This
2
train is for
for the
Benton.
2209
The next station is
Waterline. Service to Benton. Calling at Benton only.
Okay, let's see if I can see these right here. So, Port Benton, Benton, that's me. And then another person terminating at Port Benton. And once we go to Benton, we'll be going to Greenslade, so we'll be coming through here again. So we'll see this guy shortly again.
Welcome on board this Waterline service to Benton. The next
So we'll see
station
how
is
close I
Benton.
am on this video time. I noticed last week, I was actually like really close, almost spot on my original guess of an hour 5 for the video length last week.
We will shortly be arriving at Benton. Change here for
Honk for
services
this
to
area.
Stepford Airport Central, Connolly,
Just constant
Esterfield,
honking.
Farley, Leighton City.
There's that
Newry,
63 that had just been
Helens
dispatched.
Bridge, Stepford Central, and Airport Terminal 2. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. This train terminates here. All change, please.
So that other water line must have been going
City Hospital,
to a different
Financial Quarter, and Stepford Victoria.
station, so they might have been either going to Connolly, Terminal 2, Farley, or Esterfield. Because when we were at Port Benton, I didn't see their thing on the sign. It would have either shown Morganstown or Greenslade.
For the 2207 Stepford Connect.
You're a
service
minute
to
late.
Port Benton. Calling
Okay,
out
now we're gonna do Greenslade.
only. This train
5 stop.
of 5 coaches. The train
Or 1, 2,
now
3.
standing
Yeah,
at
about 5, including
platform
this
2
one.
Is the 2212.
And then a 5-minute
Service
route.
to Greenslade.
And on the way back, it'll be quite a bit longer.
Morganstown Docks. Whitney
It'll be
Green.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stops.
This train
And
is
probably
formed
about
of 2 coaches.
10, 12-minute route maybe? 10-minute route? I don't know. Yeah, the connect that was over there might have been one terminating at Port Benton. Okay. So I'm thinking what I might do is I might
Welcome on board this Waterline service to Greenslade.
kind of do what I did last episode,
Port Benton,
where I
Morganstown Docks, Whitney Green, and Greenslade.
basically finish the video off outside of the train, just kind of go walk around the platform, whatever. So you can see that train's there. I don't think there's another train ahead of them. I mean, maybe they have a red. I don't know. Traffic jam going into Port Benton. And there's one other, well, actually three other guests on the server now. Well, with this delay, the video length might be slightly longer. Might be closer to an hour. I mean, that's fine. I mean, that's only 5 minutes longer than I was originally saying. But yeah, it must have been someone else at Port Benton ahead of them. Although once they move, because they're going to be going onto a different platform than what we will be. So where that Class 68 was, they'll be pulling into that platform, and we'll be going onto a different platform. Oops, shoot. Sorry, buddy.
Will shortly be arriving at.
I guess I should have looked.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
That guy was apparently 7 minutes late.
13. Waterline.
I'm 2 minutes late because I had to wait for them.
Greenslade. Calling at Morganstown Docks, Whitney Green, and Greenslade.
A little bit behind the marker this time, but...
This train is
So after me, there's no other trains coming through here. At least until I turn around.
docks.
The train now standing at platform 3 is the 2211.
So you can see they were expected at 22:08. It's
Stepford
22:15 right now.
Calling at
I was
Benton,
expected at 22:13.
Bowden, Angel Pass, St Helens Bridge, Stepford East, Stepford Central,
Welcome on board
City
the
Hospital,
Waterline service
Financial
to
Quarter,
Greenslade.
and
We will
Stepford
shortly be
Victoria.
arriving at
This train is
Morganstown
full
Docks.
of 5
Change
coaches.
here for services to Morganstown.
I honestly don't know how long it was telling me to do the doors. I wasn't paying attention.
Service to Greenslade. Calling at Whitney Green and Greenslade. This train is formed of 2 coaches.
This is Morganstown Docks.
See, I don't think we'll have any more
The next station is Whitney Green.
any more delays at this point. Although you never know. But it's a good thing I waited to do the Greenslade because of course earlier there was like 4 trains to Greenslade. Now it looks like there was nobody going to Greenslade.
The next station is Whitney Green.
So yeah, there's a rail yard over that way where you can spawn in.
We will shortly be arriving at Whitney Green. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
So yeah, this station, like I said, I don't think's changed at all.
Greenslade. Calling at Greenslade only. This train is formed of 2
In fact, they still have these tracks over here,
Whitney
which were
Green.
meant to be.
This train is for Greenslade.
I don't know if
The
I can.
next
I don't
station
think I
is
can.
Greenslade.
I can. They're meant to be. There you go. Tram link. But apparently that's one thing that they're never gonna do. think they were going to do it at one point, but they decided now that they were not going to.
Welcome on board this Waterline service.
And it's just
to
left there.
Greenslade. The next
Hoping,
station
or
is
for us to
Greenslade.
hope that one day, maybe, they'll eventually get to it, but as of right now, it looks like it won't happen. In fact, there's another station for that right there.
We will shortly
Now, basically, past this point here, it's been changed.
Minds the gap between the train and the platform. This train terminates here. All change, please.
The station had been updated. And you can see the tram link there.
Greenslade.
And it would apparently keep going on that way, but
It's here. All change, please.
there's literally nothing past there. It's just a black block there, right there, so. Okay, so now we're going to change our route, go to Newry, and it's an 11-minute route. So right between what I was saying it was going to be. And that would put us at 57, almost 58 minutes for the video.
Whitney Green, Morganstown Docks, Port Benton, Benton, West Benton.
So yeah, it'll be basically just over an hour, which is like perfect.
This train is formed of 2 coaches.
So next week's video, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to do the last service that we haven't done yet, and that will be Airlink.
Calling at Whitney Green.
Now there are, and I think I mentioned it before, there are basically 2 different types of Airlink. There's one train that does the airport shuttle. I might do that the week after, because it is almost classified as its own service, even though it's under the Airlink service. So like I said, I might do that the week after, but next week we'll do one of the normal Airlink routes.
We will shortly be arriving at Whitney Green. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
And then after the week after, basically, where we do the airport shuttle route,
This train is formed of 2 coaches.
go into doing some other routes and other trains and stuff, because we'll have done all of the
This
services.
is Whitney Green. This train is for Newry. The next station is Morganstown Docks.
Now, when we get back to Waterline at some point here, of course, we're going to be repeating a lot of these routes, especially in order to get through all the trains. So what I might do on some of those videos is I might do multiple services in the video. So I might do one route on Waterline, then I might do a route on, like, let's say Express or something like that.
We will shortly
Or
arrive
Connect, or a
at
couple routes on
Morganstown
Connect or
Docks.
something like that.
Change here for
And then that way I can
services
get 2 different trains out of the way on 2 different services on 2 different
between the
routes.
train and
pretty
the
much.
platform.
Well, the Waterline, like I said, route won't be different because more than likely we would have already covered all of them by then.
Port Benton, Benton, West Benton.
I mean, this is technically the 4th route this episode,
This
because
is
we did both ends,
Docks.
or both directions on 2 of them already. This one we're technically doing both directions, but on one of them we're going further, obviously.
Welcome on board this
So we'll have our
Waterline
first
service
look
to
past
Newry.
Benton on the other side.
You will shortly be arriving at Port Benton.
And really the only station that we won't see on the other side is, will be Newry Harbor. Let's see if Oliver is still here. He doesn't really look like it. He might have changed stations at this point. And I'm going to overshoot the sign just a wee bit.
And Newry.
This
This
Port
train
Benton.
is formed
Yeah, I'm the
of
only
two
train
coaches.
expected here now, so I'm thinking he's gone to a different station at this point. Yeah. Looks like he's still on Waterline because F, I think
Welcome on board
think
Waterline service.
F might be Farley,
The next station is
but I'm not entirely sure. Did I cut anybody off? Doesn't look like I did this time.
We will shortly be arriving at Benton. Change here for services to Stepford Airport Central, Connolly,
Didn't cut
Esterfield,
anybody off over there.
Leighton City, St Helens Bridge, Stepford Central, and Airport Terminal 2. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
For the 22 Waterline service to Newry. Calling at West Benton, Faraday Road, Eden Quay, and Newry. This train is formed of two
See, I feel like
coaches.
I'm pretty good stopping at Benton, even though the sign's on the opposite side there.
Newry.
I feel like just the judgment I wanted to stop is pretty good at this station. Of course, I've been stopping here a lot, too. Especially when I play, because most of the time I'll be playing this service. So I got 3 signalers now, 3 guards, 4 dispatchers, 1 passenger.
Welcome on board this Waterline service to Newry. Calling at West Benton, Faraday Road, Eden Quay, and
It didn't go down to
Newry.
29.
The next station is
I was half expecting it
Benton.
because of how long I pressed S instead of just tapping it ever so slightly. I was going to go down to 29. Although sometimes you just tap it very briefly or whatever and it will go down like 29 from 31,
Please mind the gap between the train and
which
the
is
platform.
annoying. But speed up a little bit. No, obviously want to go up all the way to 75 because we're coming right up into the station.
For the 22-24 Waterline service to Newry. Calling at Faraday Road, Eden Quay, and Newry.
So basically, after this video, there's like 3 stations or 4 stations we wouldn't have stopped at on Waterline here:
Station is
Newry
Faraday
Harbor,
Road.
Ashland Park, Connolly, and Terminal 2. Of course, those will be up future videos when we stop at those, as I've previously mentioned. But kind of, I guess. I don't know.
Welcome on board this Waterline service to Newry. The next station is
So at least 4
Faraday
dispatchers,
Road.
or 5 dispatchers now, rather. 2 guards, 2 signalers. See, this train can't do 90, it can only do 75.
We will
Well, even then, if I got up to 90, I'd have to start slowing down, basically.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Newry. Calling at Eden Key and Newry.
So of course some of the, or this section we did see last episode. Because I think last episode we did do the Express to Newry.
Train is for Newry. The next station is Eden Key.
Okay, Eden Key is next, and that's how it's pronounced. If you listen
Welcome on
to
board this Waterline
announcement.
service to Newry. The next station is Eden Key.
Yeah, see? Eden Key. Looks like it should be like Quay or something like that, but of course it's British, so I mean, I guess it makes sense. That'd be Key. I don't know. Anyways. So we got 2 more stops. Do that for now.
We will shortly be
Rearranging some songs.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Calling at Newry only. This
I always
train
think there's somebody there
has 2
when I'm
coaches.
coming into the station, but there isn't. It's just that sign hiding behind the ladders for the signal. And then like this
This is Eden Key.
stop marker.
This train is for Newry. The next station is Newry. Welcome on board this Waterline service to Newry. The next
May
station
have to
is
cut the next
Newry.
song short. I don't know. I don't particularly like doing that. And the outro song that I do is, I mean, it's 2 minutes, 11 or 10 seconds long, but seems to go by quick. Let's see. You know what? I think I'll just have that song next because we are coming into this station.
Change here for services to Newry Harbour. Please mind
And
the
we can
gap
switch
between the
to,
train and the platform. This train terminates here.
Passenger roll really quick, maybe. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to minimize the chat,
Newry. This train terminates here.
and then we'll
Change
quickly switch to
with us today.
passenger. Probably go to this station again. Okay, exit to menu. Come on. Play. Passenger. Waterline, Newry. Let's do the east entrance, I guess. Spawn. Come on. Okay, so yeah, and this was the platform we were on, so good. So anyways, yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna do a Minecraft podcast series this episode. Or not this episode. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm all jumbled up. I'm not going to do a Minecraft podcast series this week coming up. So the next video will be another Roblox Stepford County Railway video. So be sure to keep an eye out for that next Thursday at 2. And then the following Monday after that at 2 will be the next Minecraft podcast series. But anyways, that is just about going to do it for this video. So like I said, next week we'll do Airlink for this video series. But yeah. Anyways, like I said, that'll do it for this video though. So hopefully you've all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you leave a thumbs up. And of course, as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye!